aggregators, let's gather round. An adventure is always waiting. Good storytelling used for us, and we always know what's happening. We act, we play, we dance, we sing from 9 to 10 on Saturday morning. Youth on the go. Whoa. Let's start the show. Youth on the go. Whoa. Let's start the show. Whoa. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Good morning, good morning, good morning to all of our radio listeners, our viewers via Von Radio's Facebook page and YouTube channel, and welcome to this edition of Youth on the Go here on Von Radio. I am Zahnela Claxton from the Department of Education, and we're here with you today, as we are every Saturday, to share information, updates, activities, and we have some guests from time to time. And guess what? Today we have some special guests, and so you make sure that you get your students, your young people close to the radio, close to your YouTube or Facebook page, so that you can follow the information that we're giving and that you can take note, because it's all very important. Before I get into the updates for today, just a few to the meat of the matter for today, there are a few updates that I also want to share. And so this week we had some activities, and one of the main activities was the 25 Most Remarkable Teens Awards, and we know that this has been a fixture on the calendar for the Youth Month in St. Kitts for quite some time. And we want to say special congratulations to the 6 Division students who received awards this year as part of the 2023 cohort of the 25 Most Remarkable Teens. We had Maya Daswani, and he received the award in the area of academics. We had Dylan Theron, and he received the award in the area of academics. Jaden Liebert, academics and volunteerism. Brianne Chapman, leadership and volunteerism. Tiana Williams, spiritual commitment. And Kalia Huggins Simmons, academics and leadership. And of course, there were a total of 25 awardees, and the names I just called are those who are here on Nevis, and we are proud of all of the students across the Federation. But you know, we have to say a special shout out and a special kudos to those 6 extraordinary young people who are showing that they're remarkable. And one of the things that we have underscored over the years is that remarkable does not mean perfect. And so we understand that young people go through processes of growth and change, but they're doing something that puts them above the rest. They are doing something that causes us to stop and look at them in admiration and continue to encourage them to grow in the various areas. And as we know, each year the nominations open just around, I think, March or so, and they close somewhere around maybe the 1st of June. And so as you think about this year's awardees, I encourage you to start looking around within our community, in our schools, to see who we can possibly nominate in the next edition, or for the next edition of the 25 Most Remarkable Teens program. So once again, commendations to all of the students and the young people who received those awards, and we wish you the very best. This year is going to be one that is filled with various experiences for them, including activities and development sessions and volunteer opportunities. And one of the requirements is also for them to create an activity, a volunteer activity, or some way to contribute some way positively to their society through a project. And so we look forward to all of those in the coming months. Additionally, we know the Youth Impact 12 nominations are currently open for the award for entrepreneurship, and it closes on the 29th of December. So it's open currently, as I said, and it closes on the 29th of December. You can visit the Department of Youth, the Office of the Department of Youth, to collect the form and to nominate a young person who is doing very well in the area of entrepreneurship. And we will go through the process of highlighting young people in various areas throughout the coming months. And so we encourage you to stay tuned to the opportunities that we have. We spend a lot of time sometimes looking at some of the negative things that some young people, and I think the minority, are doing, and we miss the majority who are positively contributing to the development of our island, to the development of our country, to the development of the region, and I dare say to the development of the world. We have also during the course of this week, there was a replay of the semi-final match which took place on November 15th between the Charlestown Primary School and the St. James Primary School. And during that replay, the Charlestown Primary School emerged winners for that match, and we want to the final score was 1-0 in favor of Charlestown Primary School. And so this evening we will see the two games, the third place game, which will be between Dresden Library Primary and St. James Primary at 6 p.m. and at 7 p.m. we will see the final for the first place, and that will be between Charlestown Primary and St. Thomas's Primary. We wish all of the students the very best in the games tonight. We pray that they will all be safe, and that we will continue to support them and cheer them on. We are very proud of all of the students. They have been doing exceptionally well, and they have proven to us that they have a genuine interest in the game, and that they are resilient human beings, and that we can learn so much from our students as well. And so please, we encourage you to go on out and support the children tonight as they finish out the 2023 primary schools football tournament season. It has been a long season. We had a slight delay, but we were able to close out this evening starting at 6 p.m. And so we encourage everyone to, as I said, go on out and to support all of the players during that match. And so as we continue this coming week, parents, we are reminding you that school closes on Wednesday for students, and on Friday for the entire system will close out. So the teachers will use the last 2 days to complete any paperwork or any reports that they need to get done, and then we'll all transition into the Christmas break, and the Christmas break starts officially on December 11th, and we will resume regular operations. School will reopen on January 8th. During the course of next week, we will see several Christmas concerts and other activities taking place, but we want to remind you, as we often do, to ensure that we keep our students focused. We have our 5th formers and 6th formers who are doing exams, and they have IAs and SBAs to get done, and it's important that they remain focused as well so that they can get those done. I often say to our school leavers or those who are in examination classes, you technically have 2 terms in the school year. You have term 1, term 2, because at the end of Easter break, that's it for you. You go directly into examination mode. And so this first term should be the time when you are wrapping up your IAs, getting as fast as possible by the end of the year, by the end of the calendar year, through those assignments, so that you can focus on studying by halfway through the term, the second term. Now, it sounds ideal, because we often know that many things happen which can change the trajectory and change the plan, but we encourage our students to try to set those goals and set those targets so that they're able to, at least if you encounter any challenges, that it is a minor adjustment as opposed to a major one. And so we wish you all very best. Everyone should be registered by now at the school level for the examinations, and the registration is still open for private candidates. You register at the Department of Education at Marion Heights, but students would have registered or should have finished their registration process by now at their various schools. The term is about to come to an end, and so we encourage you to ensure that that is done. Private candidates, you have until 12 noon on Friday, 22nd December. And once again, you come to Marion Heights, you get the form, and you make your payments, and you make sure that everything is submitted by Friday, 22nd December. On that note, we'll take a short break, and we'll be right back.
Sugar City St. Kitts, keep it sweet. Keep listening to Vaughn.
It's time, come on, rise and shine. You know, I know, we're gonna have a great time. An hour passes quickly, you don't wanna miss it. So turn up the radio, it's Youth on the Go. Youth on the Go. Oh, let's start the show. Oh, Youth on the Go. Oh, let's start the show. Let's go. I will learn new things. I will be creative. Grab your gears, let's gather around. An adventure is always waiting. The storytelling news for us, and we always know what's happening. We act, we play, we dance, we sing from 9 to 10 on Saturday morning. Youth on the Go. Whoa, let's start the show. Oh, Youth on the Go. Whoa, let's start the show. Whoa, let's go.
All right, let's go. Good morning to all of our radio listeners, our viewers via Vaughn Radio's Facebook page and YouTube channel, and welcome to this edition of Youth on the Go here on Vaughn Radio. And this morning we have with us some very special guests, some important students, young people, and they are here to have a conversation with us about a topic that is near and dear to my heart, a very important group, entity, and I will allow those young people to introduce themselves, and then we will go right into the meat of the matter.
Good morning. My name is Michaela Maynard, and I am in my second year of the Neva Sixth Form College.
All right.
Good morning. My name is Kalia Huggins Simmons, and I am in my first year at the Neva Sixth Form College.
Okay, so we have Michaela and Kalia with us, and they, of course, have established that they're sixth formers, but you're also part of a group at the sixth form, and I think that is the reason that you're here this morning, not necessarily because you're sixth formers, but because of your connection to the group. What group is that?
We are part of LDS, that's the Literary and Debating Society, and it's one of our extracurricular activities that are offered at the school.
Okay, wonderful. And so, Kalia, can you tell us how long the Literary and Debating Society has been in existence?
The Literary and Debating Society has been in existence for over 40 years.
Oh, nice. So I don't feel too old if I say I was part of it, because, over 40 years has been a good time, right? Are there any executive roles? We'll talk a bit about the structure, the executive roles within the Literary and Debating Society?
Yes, we have a president and we have a vice president, and then other positions, the PRO, the treasurer, the secretaries, and then all of those roles have assistants. For example, I am the assistant PRO, and Kalia is the assistant secretary.
Okay, great. So you're on the executive, in addition to being part of the general membership.
Yes.
And so tell us a bit about some of the activities that the Literary and Debating Society engage in.
Well, we're currently working on a project which is to have interviews with school children and teachers. We also do fundraising activities in school, and we have another fundraising activity coming up, which is our in-house debate.
Okay. So tell us, we established that we have this Literary and Debating Society. We've established that it's an extracurricular activity at the Neva Sixth Form. But for persons out there who may be in fifth form right now, or even some sixth formers who haven't come on board with LDS, and young people, little children who may be listening and wondering what about life and what they can possibly do. Tell them about some of the benefits of being part of the Literary and Debating Society.
I would say that the benefits, there are quite a few, but for one, it's helped in my public speaking, helped in putting your thoughts on paper and being able to actually speak fluently and knowing how to, formulate what you want to say. I think that is one of the main benefits that I've gained.
All right. Is there anything... I heard something that Kalia said. So, Kalia, I'm going to hone in on something that you said, that you have some projects going on. And one of those projects has something to do with interviews for... I wasn't clear about how that will be structured or how that will be of benefit, but it sounded interesting because that's something that is also important to me, public speaking and giving children a chance to be able to express themselves. So can you tell me a bit about what the thought is behind the interviews?
Well, we're going to have topics that would allow people to voice their opinions, students, to give them a voice and a chance to express how they feel on critical topics.
Okay, nice. So it's almost like we're preparing them also not only to be critical thinkers, but perhaps create a pathway into LDS. So that's very strategic. I love it. And it fills some gaps as well, because I think one of the issues that we've heard recurring and persons have shared with us over the years is that our children don't generally speak, and they are not comfortable and confident public speakers. So I see that you are filling a gap while perhaps doing a little bit of a recruiting process at the same time. So I think that's a good approach. Okay, so how do you go about your fundraising activities?
Well, like we said, we have an executive, and so we meet almost every Friday, and we discuss ideas and plans and all of that. So right now, for example, one of the fundraisers we do is Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays we sell popcorn to the students during break time. That's just an example of what we do to raise funds for LDS.
All right. Okay, good. And so there are persons out there, and maybe we can do a bit of sharing that the LDS leads into the LIDC. So the LDS group, the Literary and Debating Society, is the group that prepares for the Leeward Islands debating competition. Okay. And so I just wanted the public to understand that so that my next question will make sense to them. And so we are getting ready for the 2024 edition of the Leeward Islands debating competition. And persons might wonder, well, what can I do to make a contribution to the Literary and Debating Society? How can I go about that?
Well, if you'd like to make a donation, you can make it through our school office, which is at the Nevis Sixth Form College. Okay,
so they just reach out to the office at Nevis Sixth Form, and then they can make the donation. And we'll make sure to see that before you leave again, just in case anybody may have missed it. Before we go past LDS, I shared with the girls before the interview started that I was part of LDS not too long ago at all. It wasn't that long ago. And some of the benefits that Michaela spoke about a few minutes ago, I see them in myself. I see how they helped me to be able to speak more fluently. I see and I tell people my life changed when I got into LDS. I tell people that all the time, because I went from being an introvert who didn't speak much, with a lot of ideas but who wouldn't speak, and to a person who was willing to use my brain and use my mind, and also to get the confidence to speak. And so know that you are part of something great, and we encourage anyone who may be interested or who may be unsure to make sure that they come on board in the future as well. All right, so I mentioned LIDC, the Leeward Islands Debating Competition, and that is coming up. It's just around the corner. What islands participate in LIDC?
We have St. Kitts, Nevis, we both have separate teams. Antigua, Anguilla, the BVI, Montserrat, and St. Martin. Okay, so fun fact, when I was there, we didn't have St. Martin. I don't think we had BVI. No,
we didn't have either of those countries back then. But it wasn't that long ago, so they must have just come on like yesterday. And so that you can see then that the Leeward Islands debating competition is evolving and growing, as is LDS. And how long has LIDC been in existence?
For 51 years.
Okay, all right. So what do you look forward to most as you look towards LIDC? I don't think you've ever been, neither of you have been part of it because we had the COVID break. And so what do you look forward to most for LIDC?
I'm a competitive person, so I'm looking forward to competing. I'm looking forward to actually debating. I enjoy that. I'm looking forward to like the team spirit that comes with it, all of us representing our school, and also the social aspects of it. You don't always get to interact with other young people in other countries, so that is also a part that I'm looking forward to.
All right, wonderful. What about you, Kalia?
I would say Michaela really hit
That's something I'm like, she touched on everything, because even as a past debater, let me tell you, I have friends who I met yesterday when I was at LIDC, and we still are friends. And my yesterdays, of course, unrealistic and untrue, but just it feels like it was yesterday, and we still interact. If I go to some of the countries, we meet up, and we when I got to college, my first day of my undergrad program, when I got there, I saw people who I met at LIDC who were from Anguilla, who were from different countries, and I'm like, okay, so I know people, and so you create those networks, and they don't ever go away. So you are correct. Outside of the competition, I can't wait to see you both in competition, and the networking is also very important part of the process. All right. So LIDC is an expensive venture, and so you have to put measures in place to make sure that you are able to fund it and fund the team and the participation. And you talked about some of the fundraisers that you have participated in, your popcorn events and some of the other ones. Tell us a bit about the major event that the club currently is preparing for.
Well, we're currently preparing for our in-house debate, which will be held at the St. Paul's Anglican Church Hall on December 9th, starting at 7 p.m.
Okay, so we're going to take this, we're going to dissect it, because all of the people, I'm going to give them a notice. Please bring out whether it's a physical calendar or your phone calendar, because Kalia is giving us some important information. She's giving us save the date. What date should they be saving, Kalia?
December 9th.
December 9th, okay. And what are they saving the date for?
Our in-house debate.
And starting at?
7 p.m. sharp.
Okay, 7 p.m. December 9th, the LDS in-house debate. And so I'm hoping that you have that. I took time, and Kalia took time to give us bit by bit, so make sure that you have that calendared. Very important activity. How have preparations been coming along, though, for that in-house debate?
They've been going well. It's been busy, but it's been going well working together with your teammate, and also our teachers have been very helpful.
Okay.
Going well.
All right. And so we haven't had debates on Nevis for a bit. As I said, after COVID, we had a pause. And so there are some people who may not have a frame of reference. They haven't gotten to see an LIDC. They haven't gotten to see any of those interactions for a bit. They already have the date saved, but they need a bit more information. So let's talk a bit about the topics for that night.
Well, we have two debates happening. For the first debate, the topic is social media is the leading cause of risky behaviors among teens. So we have two teams competing for that one.
And the other one is volunteerism or community service should form part of the requirements to obtain certification from the Nevis Sixth Form College.
Okay, so there are two debates, two topics, and 4 teams.
Yes.
Okay. And so one focuses on social media, and we know we've heard so much about social media and the impact of social media on our young persons, and we know that it also goes a great way into developing them. I have my reservations and concerns, but I don't want to even skew the conversation too much to make anybody think I'm on either side or either team, especially since one of the debaters might be in the room and they might feel like I'm against them. So I won't do that. But the topics, I think, are very timely. And I want to commend your teachers and, of course, the executive and all of the persons involved who have been working assiduously to get these to the fore and to give you the opportunities to have the conversations. What we're going to do is we'll take a short break. We'll continue the conversation after the break, and we'll talk a bit more about what will happen on that night of the in-house debate, and then of course a bit about going forward. We're hoping that everyone was listening, because we also have an opportunity for some questions and quizzes and an opportunity to win or get into something very grand. We'll take a short break and we'll be right back.
From the Caribbean's powerhouse.
Merry Christmas from all of us to you. Merry Christmas. It's time, come on, rise and shine. You know, I know we're gonna have a great time. And now we're past it quickly, you don't wanna miss it. So turn up the radio, it's you on the go. You on the go. Oh, let's start the show. Oh, you on the go. Oh, let's start the show. Oh, let's go, let's go, let's go. I will learn new things. I will be creative. Grab your gears, let's gather around. An adventure is always waiting. With storytelling news for us, and we always know what's happening. We act, we play, we dance, we sing from 9 to 10 on Saturday morning. You on the go. Oh, let's start the show. Oh, you on the go. Oh, let's start the show. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Good morning, good morning, good morning to all of our radio listeners, our viewers via Von Radio's Facebook page and YouTube channel, and welcome to this edition of Youth on the Go here on Von Radio. I am Zahnela Claxton from the Ministry of Education, and we're here with you on Saturdays to share information, updates, activities. This Saturday we have with us some very influential young people, very important young people, and they are here to speak on the Literary and Debating Society and, of course, by extension, the Leeward Islands Debating Competition. The Literary and Debating Society, which is housed at the Nevis Sixth Form College, and we have Michaela and Kalia here with us, and we've been talking a bit about LDS, the society itself, and the competition, the regional competition, the LIDC. Just before the break, we started talking about the upcoming in-house debate, which is basically an LDS debate, a local Nevis debate, and so some of the debaters there at the Sixth Form will be participating in this activity, and it is just around the corner. Kalia has given the save the date, and so December 9th at 7 p.m. we expect to see all of you. That means we might have to put some tents outside, because all of you listening means hundreds of people down at the St. Paul's Anglican Church Hall. For those who just tuned in, though, ladies, can we share with them once again the topics for the night of the in-house debate?
The topic for the first debate is social media is the leading cause for risky behaviors among teens.
And the topic for the second debate is volunteerism or community service should form parts of the requirements to obtain certification from the Nevis Sixth Form College.
So volunteerism and community, or volunteerism or community service, because they're one and the same, should form part of the requirements. All right, so those, as I said, are some, I think, sound topics, and they are, I can, as I think and I talk to you, I can think of both sides of the argument, which is good because it allows for a balanced argument, and it means that you just have to be exceptional critical thinkers and researchers and to have your arguments well put together to make it. There's also something else happening on that night, or some other components to the debate. There is a raffle. So tell us a bit about that.
So for the raffle, we have prizes which are gift vouchers. I think one is $50 gas, and the other would be a lunch voucher at Stella's Kitchen.
All right, and I think they added a massage from Compassionate Touch as well. So they're actually 3, which is awesome. You're coming, you're getting a chance to win raffle, and then you're getting a chance to support Michaela, Kalia, and all of their colleagues at the Navy Sixth Form College as they journey, or they embark on the journey, the road to LIDC 2024. All right, so we have heard about, are there any other fundraising activities happening during the night? Are there any sales or anything along that line, or is it just the debates and the raffle?
No, we'll be having snacks on sale, different things.
Okay. All right. So, listeners, viewers, I see that it's an opportunity for you to take your children as well, parents, and to allow them to see what debating looks like. I think our primary schoolers have, as I said, no frame of reference of it, and maybe our early secondary school students may have seen one or two, but they didn't pay close attention because they might have been very young. And so it is an evening for us to have an intellectual discourse and to really teach them and show them the importance of critical thinking. So I want you to all save the date so that they can be present at this very important activity. We have some questions for our listeners, ladies. We have some questions, and the winners, your names, so once you win, your name will be added to the raffle for a chance to win one of 3 prizes. So you're not going to collect a prize today, but your name will be added to the raffle to win one of 3 prizes. One of the prizes mentioned, that Kalia mentioned a few minutes ago. I'm hoping that we pay close attention, or you can do some quick research, but we're going to allow Kalia to ask the first question.
In what year did Nevis first win the LIDC?
Okay, in what year did Nevis first win the LIDC? That's the first question. 469-1616, 469-1700. And while we're waiting for that first response, we're going to also give the second question, Michaela, so that they can go, just in case the person calls in, they can say which question they want to respond to.
Okay. How many years has the LIDC existed?
Okay, 469-1616, 469-1700. Michaela, go again with your question.
How many years has the LIDC existed?
Okay, and all of the information, the questions that have been asked were actually mentioned during the conversation this morning. I'm hoping we were attentive. I don't know if sometimes children start going into vacation mode early, but we have those questions on the table. What year did Nevis first win the LIDC? And most of our listeners, our student listeners, may or may not have been born as yet, and so that's a hint. And how many years has the LIDC existed? And I know that was also mentioned early in the conversation as well. 469-1616, 469-1700. Ladies, in terms of the raffle, while we're waiting for callers, perhaps we can take this opportunity to give a special commendation or thank you to the raffle, the persons who donated to the raffle.
Yes, as you said, there's a lunch voucher to Stella's. So thank you to Stella's Kitchen for your donation, as well as Reliable Motors, who did donated a gas voucher, and Compassionate Touch. They donated a massage. So thank you to those businesses.
All right, wonderful. And so we talked earlier. Let's repeat the question quickly, and then we'll go back to businesses and donating, because we mentioned it earlier and we have to come back to them. So we thank those 3 businesses who have contributed, but we're also going to have a conversation with those who have not donated as yet and who intend to. And so what year did Nevis first win the LIDC? In what year did Nevis first win the LIDC? And the second question, how many years has the LIDC existed? How many years has the LIDC existed. 469-1616, 469-1700. Earlier on, we asked a question, and I did say then that we would come back to that question. How can persons or businesses donate to the LDS? And because I know that we asked on both fronts, persons and businesses, that speaks to the fact that individuals can donate. If you're listening out there and you're an individual, you don't own a business, but you feel led to donate, you can, and also businesses can as well. All right? So just let them know.
Okay, so donations can be made to the office at the Nevis Sixth Form College.
Okay, and that is right there on the CSS compound. Access the upper gate, close to, across from Deja Vu, yes, yes. And so that's where you go for those who are not sure, or you can give us a call, give the admin team a call, and they will also support you along the way there. The persons who are wondering, we didn't quite get to that yet, but persons may be wondering, when is the next debate competition? It's slated for next year, 2024. And for our listeners, and you're saving the date, February 29th to March 3rd. I think we're up for the first night.
Yes.
And so we will be going through, and let me tell you, whenever we go in on the first night, we come out the winners. Just saying. So we're already setting that precedent that we are going to come out winners. And they may also be wondering when where the venue for the debates this year.
This year, the competition is being held in St. Kitts.
Okay, so LIDC 2024 will be held in St. Kitts. You know what that means? We are both loading it over, listeners. Once you've saved the date, if you want to reserve rooms at a hotel, go right ahead. Or if you want to water taxi it down each night, because I know that those measures are in place. But whatever it takes, we will be there to support Team Nevis during the 2024 edition of the LIDC, and we can't wait to come back. And when the girls come back later on, one of the times that they come back will be for us to talk about the journey and to celebrate their victory. I'm speaking it into existence. I'm going to add one question, ladies, just for our listeners. Maybe the ones that we gave were a little bit tough for them, so let's add one and see if they can get that one. What does the acronym LIDC stand for? What does the acronym LIDC stand for? 469-1616, 469-1700. The winners of the persons who are able to answer the questions will be allowed to enter the raffle for a chance to win those prizes that our debaters here spoke to earlier. A gas voucher, the massage, or the lunch from Stella's Kitchen. I think you don't have to be a student to answer, because I think that the gas voucher, so you can be an adult. If you have the answer to any of the questions, you can call in 469-1616, 469-1700. And of course, we asked in what year did Nevis first win the LIDC? How many years has the LIDC existed? And what does LIDC even mean? Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm fine.
Wonderful. Are you calling in to answer a question?
Yes.
Okay, which question?
LIDC,
Okay, go ahead.
Leeward Island debating competition.
And can you give us your name, please?
Earl David.
Earl David. Mr. David, your name has been entered into the raffle to win one of the prizes that we listed earlier, and we look forward to your support as the Leeward Islands the debaters' journey to LIDC. We want to see you in St. Kitts next year. But before then, we want to see you on December 9th at the St. Paul's Anglican Church at 7 p.m. to watch the in-house debate. So thank you for calling, Mr. David. We appreciate you. Have a great day. Okay, bye. Okay, so we are just about at a break, but I want to give you ladies an opportunity to say anything else that you may have, or give at least one more chance to remind persons or encourage persons to come on out of Next Stop, in-house debate. And so perhaps you can give a clarion call to encourage persons to come with a little bit of cash to support the fundraiser as well.
Yes, we've been working very hard. The students and teachers, and even those who aren't debating, are still working with research and fundraisers and all that. So we would definitely appreciate if you come out and donate, so that we'd be able to cover all the expenses and also the actual LIDC competition in February. So yes, we'd greatly appreciate.
Awesome.
Well, Michaela has hit the nail on the head yet again.
Yet again.
But I would just like to add that we would really appreciate if you come out to our debate on December 9th. You don't have to necessarily enter the raffle, but even the moral support means a lot to us because, as Michaela would have said, we have been putting a lot of time and effort into preparations.
Awesome. So everyone, save the dates. Lots of dates, but the first one, the most important one right now, is December 9th at 7 p.m. St. Paul's Anglican Church. You'll get a chance to see Michaela in action. You'll get a chance to see Kalia in action. You'll get a chance to see some of their other colleagues at the Navy Sixth Form College in action. You'll get a chance to enter the raffle. You'll get a chance to have some snacks. You'll get an opportunity to expose your children to a very family-friendly environment that can stimulate their minds. I think it's a win-win all around. And so the place to be on December 9th is the St. Paul's Anglican Church. Ladies, we thank you so much for coming in today, and we thank you for sharing. And we are so proud of you, and we look forward to continuing on this journey with you until we get to LIDC 2024. Thank you so much. We'll take a short break, and we'll be right back.
From Queen City, Nevis, this is the powerhouse of the Eastern Caribbean, Vaughn Radio.
It's time, come on, rise and shine. You know, I know we're gonna have a great time. An hour passes quickly, you don't wanna miss it. So turn up the radio, it's you on the go. Youth on the go. Whoa, let's start the show. Oh, youth on the go. Whoa, let's start the show. Whoa, let's go. I will learn new things. I will be creative. Grab your gears, let's gather around. An adventure is always waiting. The storytelling news for us, and we always know what's happening. We act, we play, we dance, we sing from 9 to 10 on Saturday morning. Youth on the go. Whoa, let's start the show. Oh, youth on the go. Whoa, let's start the show. Whoa, let's go. It's time, come on, rise and shine. You know, I know we're gonna have a great time. An hour passes quickly, you don't wanna miss it. So turn up the radio, it's you on the go. Youth on the go. Whoa, let's start the show. Oh, youth on the go. Whoa, let's start the show. Let's go. I will learn new things. I will be creative. Grab your gears, let's gather around. An adventure is always waiting. The storytelling news for us, and we always know what's happening. We act, we play, we dance, we sing from 9 to 10 on Saturday morning. Youth on the go. Whoa, let's start the show. Oh, youth on the go. Whoa, let's start the show. Whoa, let's go.
Let's go. Good morning to all of our radio listeners, our viewers on Vaughn Radio's Facebook page and YouTube channel. And welcome to this edition of Youth on the Go here on Vaughn Radio. I am Zahnela Claxton from the Ministry of Education, and we are here with you on Saturdays to share opportunities, activities, as much as we can to support our students, to support our young people, to allow our adults to know what's going on and how they can give our students and our young people opportunities as well. This morning we heard a great deal from our representatives from the Literary and Debating Society there at the Nevis Sixth Form College, and they encouraged us to be part of or to join them and to support them in the upcoming debate competition that they will be having, their in-house debates at the St. Paul's Anglican Church Hall at 7 p.m. on Saturday, 9th December. We also have a few questions left over from our last ABBA month quiz, and we know that the prizes for these quizzes can be collected at the Museum of Nevis History, located downtown, right there next to the Café des Arts, on the Samuel Hunkins Drive. And so winners, when you call in, know that your prizes are to be collected at the Museum of Nevis History. When you call in, we'll ask you to hang on a second and give your phone number so that we can also give that information to the staff at the Nevis Historical and Conservation Society, who would then be able to be in contact with you. So it was ABBA month in the month of November, and we have a few questions left. Our last time, our secondary school students were not able to get all of their questions completed, and so we are back with some questions. We have 5 questions today, 3 questions for primary schools and school students, and 2 questions for secondary school students. We'll start with the questions for primary school students. Question 1: what are 2 uses of the seeds of the flamboyant or shak-shak tree? What are 2 uses of the seeds of the flamboyant or shak-shak tree? 469-1616, 469-1700. Remember that your prizes are to be collected at the Museum of Nevis History, because this is sponsored by the Nevis Historical and Conservation Society. I love ABBA month. I love the fact that we get a chance to focus on the importance of trees, and making sure that we are doing our best to preserve and conserve what we have already here on the island in terms of our greenery, in terms of our trees. And so question 1, give us 2 uses of the seeds of the flamboyant or shak-shak tree. 2 uses of the seeds of the flamboyant or shak-shak tree. Question 2, what is the local name for the cashew tree? What is the local name for the cashew tree? 469-1616, 469-1700. These questions are for primary school students. What is the local name for the shak-shak? What is the local name for the cashew tree? Is question 2. That person, we just lost your caller, so if you can give us a call right back. Question 1, what are 2 uses of the seeds of the flamboyant or shak-shak tree? What are 2 uses of the seeds of the flamboyant or shak-shak tree? And question 2, what is the local name for the cashew tree? 469-1616, 469-1700. Turn your radio down, please. Turn your radio down and speak into the phone.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Morning.
Okay. Which question do you want to answer?
The first one.
The first one. What are 2 uses of the seeds of the flamboyant or shak-shak tree?
Decorations and art and craft.
Okay. Perfect. Great job. What's your name?
Tejan David.
Tejan David. And Tejan, thank you so much for calling. Congratulations. You will get your prize from the Museum of Nevis History, okay? All right?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay. Question 2 for primary school students. What is the local name for the cashew tree? What is the local name for the cashew tree? Good morning.
Good morning.
Primary school student? Are you a primary school student?
No.
Okay. We haven't gone to the secondary school quizzes yet, so if you can hang on just a little bit longer, we'll get to the secondary questions, okay?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, primary school students still, what is the local name for the cashew tree? What is the local name for the cashew tree? Good morning.
Good morning.
All right. Can you tell us the local name for the cashew tree?
The local name for the cashew tree is monkey cherry.
Monkey cherry. Ooh. I will give it to you. I know that we call it the cherry tree, and I can see that. What's your name?
My name is Tajine Somersault.
Okay, Tajane Somersault. Help me with your first name.
Taji apostrophe NAE.
I remember that after Tajane. Good job, and congratulations on winning that.
Thank you.
Okay, and so I will take your, hold on a second so that Melissa can get your number, okay? Okay, thank you, dear. All right, so we have one more question for our primary school students, and then I'm going to give the first secondary question at the same time. Which Caribbean tree has fruit that are poisonous if eaten before they are ripe? Which Caribbean tree has fruit that are poisonous if eaten before they are ripe? That's the last question for the primary school students. Which Caribbean tree has fruit that are poisonous if eaten before they are ripe? 469-1616, 469-1700. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right. Have you called in before this morning?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you called in before? Okay. All right. Can you tell us which Caribbean tree has fruit that are poisonous if eaten before they are ripe?
Aki tree.
The Aki tree. What's your name?
Devancia Brown.
Devancia Brown. All right. Congratulations. You're correct. Okay. So we have now our secondary school question. Which of these trees is indigenous to the Caribbean region? Which of these trees is indigenous to the Caribbean region? Banana, guinea, or mango? Which of these trees is indigenous to the Caribbean region? Banana, guinea, or mango? We're looking for a secondary school student. 469-1616, 469-1700. Good morning.
Good morning.
Great. Are you a secondary school student?
No, I'm a primary school.
Well, I'm going to have to give the secondary school students a little bit of a chance first, but if they don't call in the next 2 minutes, can you call back?
Pardon? I can't really hear.
This section is for secondary school students, so I want to give them a chance first, but if they don't call back in the next 2 minutes, I'll let you call in quickly, okay?
Okay.
All right, you're welcome, dear. Which of these trees is indigenous to the Caribbean region? Banana, guinea, mango. We're looking for a secondary school student. Good morning.
Hello. Good morning.
Are you in secondary school? You are? Okay. Please give the answer to the question. Which of these trees is indigenous to the Caribbean region? Banana, guinea, or mango?
Mango.
All right, that is incorrect. So we are going to take another caller. Callers, which of these trees is indigenous to the Caribbean region? Numbers. Oh, we have a new caller. Good morning.
Good morning.
Which of these trees is indigenous to the Caribbean region? Banana, guinea, or mango?
Is it Guinness?
It's the guinea. What's your name?
Tejane David.
Tejane David. All right, Tejane. And congratulations. You're correct.
Thank you.
Our last question for secondary school students is, which of these trees was imported into the Caribbean? Which of these trees was imported into the Caribbean? Sugar apple, tamarind, better known as tamon, or soursop? And you have about 30 seconds to call a secondary school student. Which of these trees was imported into the Caribbean? Sugar apple, tamarind or tamon, soursop? Okay, we have about 20 seconds, and then we're going to have to call it today. So anybody who calls in with the answer at this stage will get the prize. Good morning.
Good morning again.
Good morning again. Were you the one I told to call back?
Yes.
Okay. Which tree is... Go ahead.
Pardon?
Go ahead. Which of these trees was imported into the Caribbean? Sugar apple, tamarind, or soursop?
Can you please repeat the question?
Which of these trees was imported into the Caribbean? Sugar apple, tamarind, or tamon? Or the third option is soursop.
Tamarind.
That's correct. What's your name?
My name is Amaris Fabian Delashley, and I am from the Mordecai Society School.
Okay, Amaris. All right. Okay, congratulations. Okay, have a wonderful week. Your prize is to be collected at the Nevis Historical and Conservation Society. And that's a wrap for our listeners. We congratulate all of our students for doing an exceptional job today, and we look forward to interacting with you during the course of next weekend. Until then, have a safe weekend. We wish you the very best.